Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer and welcome to my daily 10 a.m. video. Thank you for tuning in. Now, look at silver right now. It is essentially collapsing, crashing. We're seeing a huge decline and it's not looking like it's going down anytime soon. I mean, this is the 3-month chart and it was up to near $26.30 and now within a couple of weeks, it's down $2. That's considered a crash in the world of precious metals. Maybe not Bitcoin, but for something like silver, definitely. And look at gold. Look at gold. Huge drop. I mean, a huge, massive sell-off. So what's happening? We are about to go over that right now. I did announce the 2 lucky winners of my giveaway last night. 2 different winners won some silver. But the 48K silver giveaway is approaching as well. So you better be subscribed because there's a lot of giveaways. A lot of stackers are going to win a lot of silver. It's how we do it around here, folks. But anyways, let's jump into this article. We're also going to be watching a video from FX Empire from this guy kind of explaining what's going on, a little forecast and all that. So it's going to be, it's going to be a very insightful, educational video on what's happening with the price of silver right now. And most importantly, what we should do about it. Links will be in the description. So silver markets have broken down significantly during the course of the trading session on Friday, breaking down below the most recent low and suggesting that perhaps the silver market may fall apart. With that being the case, it is very likely that we will continue to see silver face a lot of pressure. So right now it's looking like things are going to stay in the red. Maybe not, maybe not the same type of a percentage drop that we just saw, but it's going to stay down here. We're not going to see some huge rally where it spikes back up. It's going to stay low and just use that as an opportunity to buy because we all know that silver isn't going to stay at $24, $25 silver forever, right? That's silly to think about. And if anyone's panicking right now, please do not sell. If anyone's panicking right now, please understand and remind yourself why you started buying silver, right? Why did you start buying silver? Because the dollar's collapsing, because it's a hedge against inflation, because it has intrinsic value, and because there's a lot of potential. So when the price is down right now, it doesn't mean it's going to stay down. So all that means is use it as an opportunity to buy silver for cheaper, lowering your dollar per ounce average, especially with these crazy high premiums. This is only a good thing. And if you're not selling for 5, 10, 15 years, then there's no reason why you would want the price to go up right now anyways. So that will be an interesting to pay close attention to though, and due to the fact there is an industrial demand argument to be made as per usual. Nonetheless, as long as the US dollar shows signs of strength, silver will probably struggle from the precious metal angle. And yes, and I like how he says from the precious metals angle, because we know there's a direct correlation to the dollar index and gold and silver. When the dollar index is high, when the dollar is stronger, gold and silver goes down, right? And when the dollar index is low, gold and silver is up. And right now, the dollar index is strengthening. So that's obviously going to be bearish for precious metals. Now, I'm about to show you this quick video from FX Empire, from this guy breaking down what's happening in the markets.
FX Empires, this is Chris taking a look at the silver market, and as you can see, silver has gotten absolutely crushed during the trading session on Friday, breaking to a fresh new low. At this point, if we take out 24, I think we're probably going to go looking to 20. Interest rates in America rising, just crushing the bullish, any attempt at bullish momentum in this market. And now we're getting ready to get a death cross. At this point in time, I believe that you continue to face short-term rallies. Unless, of course, we get a daily close above 25, then you can start to reassess the situation. But this does not look good at all.
So yeah, I mean, you just heard it. I mean, things are not looking too hot right now for the price. But, I mean, I'm not complaining, especially since I know that, this comes and goes. When you've been stacking for 6+ years, you see this type of stuff all the time. You know who I am worried about, though? The Wall Street silver, the people that hopped on that train for 2 different reasons. One, they bought at $30, so they entered in at a very high price. And two, they're newer stackers, so they've never seen a correction or a sell off this big. So that's a very dangerous situation. New stackers are already just, trying to feel out the market, don't really understand or haven't had enough experience to see these types of things happen, where the price goes down to 22 and then up to 24 and then up to 26 and then back down to 23 and then up to 25. I mean, when you are investing, you have to look at the bigger picture, but it's hard to when you're new, because you don't really have a picture that's been built yet. So you look at the price every day, looking at your investment, if it's up or down, and that's just such a dangerous thing, especially with something like precious metals, because it's such a long-term investment. There's no point to be looking at the day-to-day prices, since you're not going to be selling anytime soon. But entering in, at $30 is also going to be a lot harder to get that comfortable feeling, that security, since that was a pretty high price for silver looking at the last 10 years. So yeah, I mean, he's even saying right here, it says, if it breaks below the $24 level, we could be looking as low as $20 over the longer term. So he said there, he even said in the video, if people don't start buying, which I think they will, right? If we don't see some type of resistance, if we don't see some type of of solid movement or any type of, I guess, stability, then it could go a lot lower. So he says, I think you could get a significant and rapid move lower in that scenario, and that's if it drops below that $24 level. So I do believe, he says, I do believe that given enough time, the market will make a bigger decision. But right now it looks as if it is more or less in a reactive phase. So you have to be a bit cautious. And yeah, I mean, you guys know that I hate that speculation word. A lot of times right now, it's not even really about the dollar index. Yes, that's what kickstarted it. But now the price will keep dropping because they see the price dropping, or these people see the price dropping, especially the new stacker. So then they sell out of fear, and that kickstarts a whole new domino effect of a sell-off. That's the scary part, and that's why you have to take the emotional attachment out, right? If you're not planning on selling for 5 or 10 years, then don't even care if the price is down. Just only reason you should check the prices and actually make a decision off of it is if the price is lower, buy silver that day or buy silver during that time frame, right? I mean, there's really, I can't think of any other reason or any other situation that it would affect you from. The only thing that, if you're not selling, then only thing is buying. And if you're going to be buying, you look for entry points, and right now is a perfect entry point. I mean, 1 + 1 = 2. So anyways, he says over the longer term, I would anticipate that we do turn around the 200-day EMA, and this will be a major problem, but it should be noted that the most of the impulsive candlesticks have been to the downside, and therefore one would have to believe that there is some reasonable conviction to the downside in this market. And I think volatility is probably going to be the key word here, but if you have spent any time at all trading silver, which is nothing new, exactly, right? I mean, volatility, especially with silver, is going to be there. We always talk about gold. Silver is gold on steroids, which is a good thing and a bad thing. If gold's going to rise 10%, silver's going to rise 15%. But if gold drops 10%, silver's going to drop 15%. So it's riskier, but there's also a greater reward. And I don't even see riskier as a reality, since precious metals are a safe haven asset, right? You're trying to call a safe haven a risky, or one of them is riskier. I mean, they're both, gold and silver are both safe haven investments. So here is more talking about why silver initially started falling. So silver's under huge pressure after strong U.S. non-farm payroll reports. So silver's currently trying to settle below $24.20 while the U.S. dollar is gaining ground against a broad basket of currencies. The U.S. dollar index managed to get above the 92.5 level, which is pretty high for the dollar index as of lately, and it's moving towards the resistance level at 92.8. So if it breaks through that resistance, we would see a lot of, things would get a lot crazier. So the U.S. dollar index gained strong upside momentum after the non-farm payrolls report indicated that the U.S. economy added 943,000 jobs in July compared to the consensus of 870,000. So in case the U.S. dollar index manages to get above 92.8, it will head towards the resistance at 93.1, which will be bearish for silver and gold prices today, which, I was kind of just saying it. And it definitely would have a major impact, not only, from what I was just talking about, the speculation, the domino effect of people selling, but then we have some actual backbone to what would be pushing it. We could see a crap show if you get what I'm saying, but it's hard to talk about because it's like I'm saying how low it could go, but I don't want you guys to get afraid. So I really hope if you're watching this video, you understand silver's true value, and I hope that you aren't thinking you made a bad decision or a bad choice, because I promise you didn't. Silver was $50 not even 10 years ago. 10 years ago, silver was $50, and then it dropped down to $11 last year, and now it's back up to $30. You got to think about the bigger picture. Meanwhile, Treasury yields are moving higher as traders bet that the Fed would cut its asset purchase program in 2021. Higher yields are bearish for precious metals that pay no interest. Surprisingly, though, gold is also under strong pressure. Gold has recently managed to get below that $1,770 support level, heading towards the next support at $1,750. So if gold gets to test this level, silver will find itself under more pressure. So we also see the gold to silver ratio, which is sitting at 72.5. And we can actually go back here because the chart right here shows gold to silver ratio. So if the ratio is going higher, that means gold is outperforming silver. If the ratio is going down, that means silver is outperforming gold. So let's look at the year today. See, you could see that silver was outperforming gold in around January. That was when silver was $30. And then, you see this slow incline. But it's nothing. Look at the bigger picture. This was when silver was $11. Yeah, $11 in March of 2020, around the beginning of, the situation that's happening globally. And then, the gold to silver ratio was 125 to 1, the highest it's ever been in the history of the world. That was the cheapest silver's ever been compared to gold. But then we've seen silver been drastically outperforming gold all the way down. And you can see the ratio was super low down here, and that's when silver was $50, right? So you can see when silver's, doing extremely good, the ratio is low. When it's doing extremely bad, the ratio is high. So anyways, let's jump back to this. So yeah, talking about the next resistance is located at 73 to 1. So if the gold to silver ratio manages to get above that level, it will head towards the recent highs at 73.35, which would be bearish for silver. So, it's just kind of showing every scenario and what could happen. But like I keep saying, it really doesn't matter. I'm still going to inform you guys on what's happening with the price, especially if you are trading or buying. But those are the only two things that you should that should actually matter to you, is if you're buying or trading. Silver managed to get below the support at $24.50 and is trying to settle below the next support at $24.20. And in this case, if it is successful, silver will head towards the support at 24. So yeah, so we see the first resistance at $24.50. And by the way, let me just show you guys this, just because some people don't really know about charts. Let me just show you a couple things. We'll do like, we'll do 6. No, we'll do the 1 week. I'm trying to find. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. So when you're looking at charts, there's support levels and there's resistance levels. So the resistance is what it's trying to break above. So you see this $28 silver right here? It's trying to break above this. And if it does, then the price usually goes pretty high, pretty fast. But you see there's a lot of resistance right here, a lot of resistance right here. See how there's a huge decline? Because it broke below the support level, which is around right here. See, support is what it's trying to stay above. So see how it was staying between the resistance and support? That's why it was staying there. But once it broke below the support, you see a huge drop. And then you see trying to break above $26.50, but it couldn't. And then it breaks below the support and it drops. And now resistance is around $25.50, broke below the support and drops. If it would have broke above $26.50, we would have seen it go probably up to here again. But it's just going down because it's not breaking through any of these resistance levels. It keeps breaking through the support levels. So that's why you see this almost like waterfall effect. That's what resistance and support levels are. Resistance is what it's trying to break above. Support is what it's trying to stay above. So yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think about this? If you, if you're worried, like I said, don't worry. Just use this as an opportunity. I'm curious to see like what prices are Eagles right now. Since spot price is lower, I want to see if $33.91. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a little better. What did we see the Type 2 Eagles when they first came out? What was it? 37 or 38? No, it was $36.99. So yeah. Oh, that's misleading. It says $33, but that's with the checker wire, and it's actually $36.31. And that's misleading because look, it says $33.91, but you click on it, and what you're actually paying is $36.31. That's a big difference. I mean, it says as low as, but when you're looking at these prices, you don't look at the as low as part. You just look right here, right? That's what I do, at least. I just look right here. So that's so misleading because that's a big difference. That's like a $3 difference, Well, I guess it just looks like because you see 33. But still, I mean, so yeah, I mean, the prices are still extremely high, still huge premiums for American Eagles. I do want to check out generics, though, because those are usually relatively close to spot price. So, rounds. So, we'll just look at this. So, $28, $27. So, yeah, a couple dollars over spot. Still a lot better. I recommend generics. I recommend personally, if you want to get my personal recommendation of what generic to get, this bad boy right here. For some reason, I love these generics, and everyone else does as well. I don't know why. They're basically like the American Eagle of generics, right? I mean, they're definitely the cleanest looking generic. I don't like the fake Eagles looks. I don't like the fake Morgans. I don't like any of this stuff. I personally, and most people will probably agree, that it's either the Sunshine Mint rounds right here or these Buffaloes. That's what I would go with if I was looking to buy some generics. And that's kind of, it's not really important, but, if you're looking at a silver stacker or someone who doesn't stack silver and you hand them this coin or you hand them this, they wouldn't, I don't know. It just doesn't, that stuff can be important sometimes. And the design is very clean. It looks good. So yeah, that's what I would go for. Unless you're looking at bars. Bars are definitely another go-to if you're looking at generics, bigger bang for your buck. I never go above 10 ounces personally, and there's a reason for that. But yeah, I mean, lots of different options. But right now, generic silver is the way to go if you're trying to just stack bullion. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was educational, informational, at least entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed and click the bell so you get notified every single time I post. My upload schedule is 10 a.m., 5 p.m., and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard every single day. So around those times, make sure you tune in. You can watch video in the morning, then on your lunch break or after you get off work at 5 p.m. and then at night before you go to bed or while you're winding down the day, another video. So always got content coming for you all. Thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.